So the session is artificial intelligence. It is one of the highly demanded sessions. Especially, I have been taught and have been earned my certificate from Huawei certificate for higher education recently. So this is attract my attention, and I'm so upset when I know that the AI started in 1956 and we're still getting my AI in 2020. So I'm so late. So I think that this is one of the factors that Professor Alem is distinguished for, adding the AI for the woman in research, and it is very important. And I'm blessed to introduce many people here that we're going to start with. Miryem Salah, um, she is the head of analysis of AI delivery at the Vodafone UK, and she is going to give us a very interesting presentation concerning why AI and analytics are both in the certain of the world today. And I'm surprisingly by her linking to the SDGs and as well to the ethics. And Miriam is going to give us a paper concerning why AI. So you can start, my dear.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the introduction. Thanks, Professor Alam, as well for the invitation. I'm very humbled, guys, to have the opportunity today to be with such amazing people. And hopefully this session, as short as it is, can kind of open everyone's eyes into how actually the world of big data and AI can help really achieve a lot of the goals, the sustainable goals that we have in the world. So I've tried as much as possible to make it as comprehensible, not to deep dive into, the technicalities of what we do when we move data from a source system into a big data platform, and when we put a lot of modeling on top of that, and then from that we get insights that we can action and make right business decisions. So I'll try to make it very easy. I also will keep it very short, and rather give some time for people to ask questions, basically. I have one slide. It's more a slide to kind of give you an idea of how the conversation will evolve. And I will spend 5-10 minutes on that slide. I will then speak 5 minutes about how we can use really artificial intelligence and learning moving forward to help with gender equality and women in workplace equality. So where is the share button here? I'm not very used to Zoom, really. I don't have a share button for some reason. I don't know if someone can share from their side.
At the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, it's here. Sorry.
No
Yeah, got it. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So let me talk to you a little bit about, let me talk to you about how we use today artificial intelligence and big data in our world, in the corporate world, right? The idea is, let me take you actually maybe 10-15 years from now and what we're trying to achieve. I think a lot of people think about artificial intelligence as this robot basically that's able to do our jobs and is going to take over our world, etc. But I think there's a lot more to that than that kind of vision. I think from my perspective and in the corporate world today, what we're trying to achieve is really looking into, in 10 years from now, I wake up and I'm having my coffee in the morning or my tea in the morning, and instead of having my laptop and my phone to get into emails and schedule meetings to make my job, I would have a screen. And on that screen, I would have maybe points that are red that need my attention. And I would be able to click and interact with those. And maybe they would tell me, for example, oh, there's an issue with this specific area of your business. You need to address it. And then it would give me actual options on how to address it. And this is how I see it really moving forward, and what we achieve in using a lot more machine learning, artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. I think this is really important. And to get there is a long process. It's a process that starts from the data. And data is everything today, right? As we're moving into a digital world, everything is zeros and ones, basically. And every interaction that we have, whether it would be with Vodafone, let's say, or with our friends, basically, is kind of documented and kept as a digital footprint, basically. And this is what gives us the opportunity, as we are collecting a lot more data, to get insights and to be able to get a lot of modeling on top of that, to have visualization on how things are happening. And then we build a lot of algorithms on top of that to move into a way where there's more predictive analytics, and from predictive into prescriptive, and take us to the journey where we're able to run artificial intelligence, and for it to help us um, do our day-to-day jobs, but also be better in everything that we do, be more sustainable, etc. I think two key things that we have noticed, obviously, working a lot, and I can talk to you very quickly about our team and what we're doing. We're running one of the biggest cloud migration for our data within the organization, and we're moving data into the cloud so that it opens up the opportunity for us to do a lot more and host a lot more data in itself. Now that comes with a lot of challenges, obviously, data governance, the ethics of how we're building our models and what we're doing with our data, and obviously the full kind of data management thing where we need to make sure that, you know, if it's personal data that we're hosting, how are we hosting it, how long are we retaining it for, and things like that. Some really, really good key things, and this kind of like opened up my eyes a little bit into the whole big data world, and I started thinking this is very interesting. I can see how, you know, when I go onto my Facebook, a lot of the times I would see maybe things that I have seen on my Google, and how that opens up a lot of question marks on the ethicality of a lot of what the big corporations do. But at the same time, it gives me opportunities to think about how we can use data that is available to do good, right? If we are ethical about it, if we are managing it appropriately, we can make a lot of change, and we can really, really benefit the world. So let's put it in the context of women in leadership, and obviously the fifth sustainable development goal of equality. If you think about it, today I hear a lot about this notion that basically ladies in leadership, they make it to the top and then they'll take the ladder up with them. I, for one, have seen that very, very little, not as much, but I know that it happens, and I want to be one of the ladies, and one of the people that obviously can make that a little bit of a, or stop that from being a reality and remain it as a myth, basically. And I think that if we use the power of data, we will be able to do that. How about if we were to actually, one by one, as women, start collecting data and create this massive network of ladies, leadership or non-leadership, but we start the network and we start talking to each other, and we make sure that we have live information so that we're able to help people that are very talented and that are suffering from this challenge of not being able to make it up because of that issue of ladies helping less, etc. But also, and more importantly, how can we use that so that we have a live view of ladies out there that are at risk in all sorts of areas within the world, and how can we very, very easily kind of interact with them and help them and make sure that we can achieve equality by having that kind of insight and actionable insights is what I'm trying to say, basically. So I think I'm going to stop here because I really don't want to spend too much time talking about, as I said, the technicalities of the world of moving data, then running models on top of the data. I can talk to you about what we do in the corporate world, how we can make sure that we manage churn, how we can make sure that we have a customer experience that it's really, really good for our customers. But I think I want to focus specifically on, given that it's International Women's Day, on how maybe we can work together to make this vision happen and how we can help each other. So yeah, I'll stop there. 13 minutes.
Thank you, Miriam, for your punctuality. But I have only one concern. What about the data blur? What about the unavailable data, the women that don't have any accessibility to the data? Do you have any future plan for them?
I feel like there's an opportunity for us. Yeah, I'm unmuted. I feel like there's an opportunity as we build that network and we start working on it, we're getting closer, right? Because then you're all, as by creating that network, you're getting closer to those that are in the dark, what we're not able to see. and they're going to hear about it, and it's going to be much easier for them to reach out to us. And this is what I have in mind in terms of this vision. And that's the only way, by trying, by getting closer to them, I feel that we can make a difference. Because one person is going to find it much harder to go around the world and democratize and make sure to reach out to everyone that's needing us. But if we all get together, I think it makes it a lot easier.
Thank you so much. So you are depending on the infrastructure to expand and to get closer. Thank you for your sharing your vision.
For me, education is the key for my future.